Um, so I'd like to offer my humble obeisances to all the Vaishnavis devotees present here, present in ISKCON Baton Rouge Center, Preaching Center, and whoever joining from other parts of the world. So I offer my humble obeisances to everyone's lotus feet. It's a great privilege and pleasure being with association with all of you. So it's very auspicious when the devotees of Lord, they assemble together and they discuss the transcendental subject matter. They discuss the glories of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. This is the most auspicious occasion, most auspicious time on the planet. So before we start today's discussion, I'd like to start with some prayer, some invocation, asking for blessing from the previous acharyas, the Guru Gaurangas, who has carried forward, to whom the divine knowledge has come to us, and some or other we have access to study it, to understand it, to realize it. So we'll start with a small invocation prayer. Om Ajnanati Vinamtasya Jnanam Jana Shalakaya Chakturan Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah. Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Juta Padukamaga Shri Guru Vaishnava Shri Rupam Agrajatam Sahagana Raghunatam Tam Shri Ram Shadvaitam Shabdotam Parijana Shritam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Pada Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhatam Namayam Krishna Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Namane Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Charine Nirvite Chandravadi Pascha Pradeshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Yadvaita Gadadhar Sivasadi Shri Gaur Bhaktavinda He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpati Gopi Bhaktavantu Shri Radha Kanto Namaste Tatto Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vishubhanu Devi Pranamami Pri Priya Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Panchakalpadurupasya Kipashinda So, are we reading from chapter 11, and how far have we read? Can I just make sure so that we start reading from the right place?
21st verse 21. Yeah, 21 verse.
Okay, 21. We start today or we finished?
We finished text 21.
Okay, great. Anyways, so this is visual chapter actually. Most of the Bhagavad Gita is like it's the transformation of knowledge. Not much visuals going on, but actually for Arjuna, this portion is very visual because he wanted to see the universal form of Krishna, and Krishna is showing the universal form. So it is very difficult to perceive, to think about what is universal form. What is, we have one form, so we cannot think of any other thing like, okay, universal form, or you know other forms. But it's we have to, when we discussing the universal form, we should note that who is the personality we are we are discussing the supreme personality of Godhead, who is the original source of everything. From him, everything emanates. Uh, so this is a kind of small version of like uh, everything emanating from Krishna. So a short demo, short example of that we can say. So the verse number 21 uh, saying that we're just revising it. All the hosts of demigods are surrendering before you and entering into you. Some of them, very much afraid, are offering prayers with folded hands. Hosts of great sages and perfected beings, crying, all peace, are praying to you by singing the Vedic hymns. So, because this universal form is uh, like very, I can say, very terrible in the sense the Lord has various forms. You can say, depending on how the devotees they want to see, or how people, how living entities they deserve to see Lord. So Lord is like Kalpabriksha. He the desire fulfilling tree. So he fulfills everyone's desire. Like Arjuna is asking for universal form, so he's fulfilling his desire also. Uh, but the demigods you can see here, and other entities, higher entities, they are becoming afraid because universal form means every form will be there. When you are seeing the Sham Sundar form, you can see just Krishna holding flute on his hand, uh, standing on the very beautiful, attractive, beautiful uh, way of standing. But universal form means all the beautiful, all the terrible, all the very, very awkward, very, very fearing, frightening forms are all there. So when they see the frightening forms, they are becoming very afraid. So they're praying. And they are thinking, okay, is this a time for annihilation comes? Because it was like thunderstorm was there, the whole universe was shaking, you know. So the demigods and the many other entities they were offering prayers. So verse number 22, if we see, I'm not reading the verses because, anyways, how much time we have? 30 minutes or less?
You have 40 minutes, 30,
30 minutes.
30 minutes, and then question and answer after that.
Okay. Great. Okay, so you can like we can have access to English language, so we'll read from English language and try to see what Arjuna is saying. All the various manifestation of Lord Shiva, the Aditya, the Vashus, the Shadhas, the the Vishadas, to Ashish, the Marutas, the Parpadas, the Gandharvas, the Yakshas, the Asuras, and the perfected demigods are beholding you in wonder. So everyone is like taken aback by the seeing the form. Everyone is looking at it. Although in the battlefield of Kurukshetra, not everyone had the access to see it, but the higher planetary residents, they were able to see it. So Krishna even said to Arjuna that, Arjuna, you want to see my form, but with this earthly eyes, you cannot see my divine form. So Krishna um, gave him some special eyes, some special eyesight to behold this special form. And Arjuna is seeing all those things. The Almighty Armed One, all the planets. Verse number 23. Because I think we'll cover some several verses. Because this is only description. There is no philosophy, much philosophy, particular verses. So we'll see like what description is coming. O mighty armed one, all the planets with their demigods are disturbed at seeing your great form. With its many faces, eyes, arms, thighs, legs, and bellies, and your many terrible teeth. And as they are disturbed, so am I. So Arjuna said, I am also disturbed by seeing this form. Also, although Arjuna was the friend of Krishna, was all the time joking and asking nonsense question also sometimes to Krishna. Now he is afraid. Oh, all pervading Vishnu, seeing you with your many radiant colors touching the sky, your gaping mouths, and your great glowing eyes. My mind is perturbed by fear. I can no longer maintain my steadiness or equilibrium of mind. Verse number 25. O Lord of the Lords, O refuge of the worlds, please be gracious to me. I cannot keep my balance seeing thus your blazing death-like faces and awful teeth in all the directions. I'm bewildered. Verse number 26 and 7. All the sons of Dasharath, Dhritarashtra, along with their allies kings and Vishnu, Drona, Karna, and our chief soldiers, also are rushing into your fearful mouths. And some I see trapped with the heads smashed between your teeth. So very terrible sight. Huh? Everyone is going into the mouth of that universal form, and their heads are getting smashed. Their bodies are getting torn apart. So all these things is seeing. It's like seeing the truth. Verse number 28. As the many waves of the rivers flow into the ocean, so do all these great warriors enters blazing into your mouth. 29. I see all people rushing full speed in your mouths as moths dash to destruction in a place of fire. Verse number 30. O Vishnu, I see you are devouring all people from all sides with your flaming mouths, covering all the universe with your effulgence. You are manifest with terrible, scorching eyes. Verse 31. O Lord of Lords, so fierce of form, please tell me who you are. I offer my obeisances unto you. Please be gracious to me. You are the primal Lord. I want to know about you, for I do not know what your mission is. Then Krishna is saying, I think we'll stop here. Verse number 32. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, time I am the great destroyer of the worlds, and I have come here to destroy all people, with all the exception, with the exception of you, the Pandavas. All the soldiers here on the both sides will be slain. So whatever we have gone through this few texts, so the experience we got is very terrible. We are very fortunate to see the Krishna's most beautiful form, the two-handed form, playing flute, standing with Radharani and all the Sakhis. So the first thing we should appreciate or we should grateful to is that Krishna becoming so merciful that he is showing his most beautiful, most secret, most loving and cherished form, and he's appearing before us as deities, so that we can offer we can exchange, we can offer our love, we can reciprocate to Krishna by offering him uh, uh, different services. We can pray, we can fulfill our desire to serve different ways to decorate, serve Krishna, cook for Krishna, taking Krishna for a ride, like the Rath Yatra is going on. So Krishna has many other forms also. It's not that okay, Krishna is always so beautiful, Krishna is always so smiling, he is always very kind, he is always very pleasing. These are all features of Krishna, no doubt. But here, one thing we can say that there are other forms of Krishna also. These forms are especially non-devotees. These forms are meant for non-devotees, especially Krishna is saying that I am the time. Prabhupada also said that those people who spend their whole life working, trying to gratify their senses, try to make the life beautiful, and have no time to come to temple, have no time to take darshan, have no time to be engaged in the devotional service of Krishna, then Krishna has to go to them because they never came to Krishna. But Krishna doesn't miss to go to them. When he goes, he says, I appear before them as Kal at the time of their death. And that time, because the, the time is the destroyer of everything. No matter how powerful, how beautiful, how influential, how everlasting, how uh, big you man, or how big is your emperor, or how big is and glorious your creation or your arrangements are, but everything is finished by the time. So Krishna said that I have come here to destroy all people. And we know this destroy things is very natural because we know the verse. Yada yadai dharmasya glani bhavati bharata uttana dharmasya dadatana vijayam. So Krishna says that when there is lot of the sinful activities this, that crosses the limits, and people are so much disturbed by so much demoniac people, then he has to come and relieve the world earth from unwanted population, from the miscreants who create so much disturbance in this world. So uh, even Arjuna, who was like childhood friend of Krishna, who was Krishna's very intimate friend, Arjuna's glory is such that even the queens of Krishna, they would be like kind of envious, uh, jealous about Arjuna. They'll say to Krishna, okay, what is there? You're always with Arjuna. You leave even us. We cannot get your association sufficiently. The queens in Dwaruka, they used to complain to Krishna. And they used to wonder why Arjuna is so dear to Krishna. And once Krishna wanted to show them. So then the queens came and Krishna called them inside, and Arjuna was sleeping. Krishna, and they what this as soon as they entered the room, they were hearing the sound Krishna, Krishna, Krishna. And they were thinking, who is chanting the name of Krishna? Because they saw Arjuna is sleeping. But after some time, they understood that each and every particle of Arjuna is chanting the name of Krishna even in sleep. So that is the position of Arjuna, such a big devotee, such an intimate association of Krishna But now he's asking, "Oh Krishna, who are you? I don't know you. Please tell me what is your mission." So Krishna, even Arjuna got bewildered by this form of Krishna. So Arjuna is doing all those things actually for us. It's like a reporter asking questions, not for his or her own curiosity. It's for revealing the information. So Arjuna is like trying to show the world, like Krishna is not a general, a common person. Is not a common man like us. He is the supreme personality of Godhead, and he has his universal form. That is why he wanted to show that everything is there in Krishna. Um, anyways, we are all discussing about all this because the Bhagavad Gita that is told by Krishna and the intellectual class of this world has understood that it is very important to know what Krishna is saying in Bhagavad Gita because somehow or other the land of India has been very privileged that it has been Krishna's favored land where he appeared, he incarnated, and he revealed all the secrets, all the all the gates of liberation. So and so that is why the whole world always is to appreciate, always is to look upon this east world, eastern part of this world, like especially the land of India, where the Supreme Personality of Godhead appeared multiple times, and he all the great literatures, scriptures is revealed in this sacred land. So that is why uh, the intellectual people, not only from India, all other places, they're thinking that what is this knowledge that has been glorified for years, and especially because they have seen that in their endeavor to be happy or in their endeavor to uh, progress in their material life, in their endeavor to gratify the senses to the highest degree possible, they have seen that there is some happiness, but there is so much limitation. There is so much uh, unhappiness also is coming from it. There is so much uh, distress. There is so much anxiety and unhappiness. All is emanating from all their actions to be happy. So that is the reason, especially the people who are sincere, who just want to inquire uh, about the goal of life, because it is said that 2 days are important in our life, especially the intelligent people. They know that the 2 days, one the day they were born and the day they know why they were born. So most people, they don't bother about knowing the second one, why they are born. But those who are intelligent, they want to know, because if you are on a journey, if you are doing something, you should know why I am doing this. So that is why the intelligent people, they always try to have that uh, knowledge. In that is why they take up to this philosophy. The philosophy is the Bengali or the Sanskrit meaning of philosophy is darshan. Darshan means to see actually, and to see means actually when you want to go somewhere, you want to walk some path, you have to see right where you're going. You have to decide. You have to map. You have to take help of the map. That is why this philosophy is like philosophy means the light that enables you to see. That is why knowledge is also called as light. the torchlight of our knowledge that destroys the ignorance. If you're ignorant, if you have no idea where you are going in your life, you're just born and your parents just put you in school, so you started studying. No, you don't know why. If you ask your child where are you studying, he doesn't know. He just know, okay, I want to know knowledge, but why you want to know, what you want to know? Mostly they have this idea, okay, I have to go to school because then I'll get some degrees, then I'll get some job, then I'll be able to earn money. But what you'll do with money? That's okay, we'll eat food, will get married, and will do some activities, pleasurable activities and all. But this all will come to an end. This is, and it's not that unalloyed happiness will be. There will be mixed happiness. There will be a lot of unhappiness. There will be a lot of unpleasant things coming into it. So that's the reason um, the intelligent people, they want to know. And Prabhupada also saying, the Shastra is also saying that that's where the human form of life begins. Until if someone doesn't ask question and just keep on doing the things the others are doing, just blindly following the fall, they're as good as animals. Shastra says that those who are devoid of the knowledge of the scripture, of the purpose of life, they're as good as animals. That's why Srimad Bhagavatam also says, when you reach Srimad Bhagavatam, it says that the occupational activities a man performs according to his own positions are so much useless labor if they do not provoke attraction for the message of the person of Godhead. This is little advanced form. When someone wants to know about the meaning, purpose of life, then he uh, comes in touch with these literatures. And Srimad Bhagavad Puran, one of our prominent scriptures, they tells us about like what is meaningful in life actually. There's two things. They say nitya karma and nimitta karma. One thing is like earning the living, and one thing is living the life. So unfortunately, most of the maximum energy of every human being is now spent on how to earn a living. Just to earn a living, they have to work 8 hours, drive 2 hours, take rest for 2 hours. So 12 hours almost for earning a living and 8 hours for sleep, just to maintain the body and mind. So 20 hours is left just to earn living and maintain it. And rest of hours, we just try to be stress free, we just try to engage in other activities and all. So there is no actually time for us to live. We just busy earning the living. But Srimad Bhagavatam, that is why it's making us very careful. It is saying that if your activities are not provoking the attraction for the message of the person of Godhead, if your activities are not taking you for the goal of life, for uh, coming out of this material energy, there's two kind of energy, right? One is like spiritual energy, material energy. So we are in material energy. Material energy means we'll have to act, we have to suffer for our actions. I mean, we have to, for good actions, we have to suffer, we have to enjoy the results. For bad actions, we have to get bad reactions and suffer for that. So we have to come out of this. This is called liberation. So I'm just trying to give the whole list in very short time. But I think most of you have background and you're just getting it. Just I'm just revising the whole, not whole, some part of the key parts of the philosophy. Why we're doing this, so that it's in our mind fresh, so we are motivated. Okay, why we are reading Bhagavad Gita, why we're learning about Krishna, why we are knowing about the universal form. So to get that purpose, because it is said that because we have a material body and the spirit soul is trapped in this material body, so when someone is trapped, that cannot be like natural position, that cannot be happy. Although he may think, okay, I can be happy sometimes. But his eternal position is he's a servant of Krishna. He is a soul. Prabhupada was asking one his servant. He was saying that, okay, you know our philosophy. He's asking Harishwar Prabhu. Harishwar Prabhu says, yes, I know philosophy. I think at least I think I know. Then Prabhu says, what do you know? He says like, uh, the jivas, the living entities, have forgotten about their uh, connection, about their relationship with Krishna, the Supreme Father, and that's why they're suffering in this world. They're trying to be happy, but in the course of their action, they're becoming unhappy. The suffering, sinful reactions, and all. But Prabhupada says, no. Before everything, you should know that you are an uh, uh, transcendental. You are a spiritual soul. You are not this body. You are a soul, spirit soul. That's the first understanding we should have. Then our spiritual journey can begin. So uh, we're reading Bhagavad Gita. That's very nice. So this is one of the sangha uh, which is facilitating this wonderful activity of getting reviving our connection to Krishna. It is giving us facilitating to hear more about Krishna. And it is Shastra always says that if you are in association with devotees, then only you get the taste of Krishna. Then you get the taste of hearing, listening, speaking, and discussing about Krishna. So this is very important to spend some of our time apart from spending whole time for earning a living. This is some time we are at least putting to live. Actually, this is part of life, and not only we are living, not only we are relishing the happiness of the spiritual world of serving Krishna and discussing the pastimes of Krishna. We are also preparing for our next step. Hmm? Intelligent people, they always prepare for the next. What is next? Prabhupada always told that you Western people, you are so good. You are so good in working hard. You're so good in planning. You're so good in building such high rises. You're so good building aeroplanes and big ships, rail lines, everything. You're so good at planning your cities nicely, big highways. You're driving your car 100 miles per hour. Everything is so good, but you're missing just one point. You're missing one point. What is that point? The point is that this activities has nothing wrong. Okay, but uh, everything will be finished by time. Everything is very temporary. Uh, you are working so hard, you think you will enjoy eternally. This is one illusion you all live, but you have to know that you cannot enjoy this forever. After a few days, after a few months, after a few years, everything will be taken away from you. Then what will you do? What's your plan for that? After that, if everything is taken away, are you planning anything for that? Once everything is taken away from you, what will you do? Suppose like whoever is present here, you have nothing. Suppose you imagine you have no wealth, nothing. So someone is giving you $10 million, and he's saying after 3 days, I'll take away those $10 million from you. So what will you do? You'll just enjoy for 3 days and forget about what will happen after 3 days. What will you do? Will you do that? Or you'll think, okay, I didn't have anything. Now I have $10 million. After 3 days, also I'll have nothing. So what after 3 days, what should I do? Can I do anything from now? There's one story also like that. In certain kingdom, everyone was made a king for 1 year. Okay, they'll say, okay, common people, they have nothing, no wealth, nothing. They said, okay, every resident will be made the king of that state for 1 year. So the whole common kings, they'll enjoy like anything. They'll enjoy like anything for 1 year, and 1 year they'll be kicked out from the throne. So the intelligent people, what they will do, they'll make some arrangement. Okay, now I am king. Now I can build something. I can build something. I can save something. I can make some arrangements. After I'm kicked out from here, I can go there. So that is the plan. So that is when Prabhupada said that if you really want to be like successful, if you really want to have a fulfilled, complete life, then you should have both plans. Now you're whatever you're doing, I'm not telling you to stop working, you stop building high rises and all. All there is nothing wrong in this. But if you are not planning anything, there's one saying that if you are failing to plan, you're planning to fail. So that is why it's very important for us to plan what is the next step when everything will be taken away from us. What will you do? What will be our, you know, uh, what on what we can depend on? Then whatever activities now we are all doing, we are listening about Krishna, we are chanting the name of Krishna, we are remembering Krishna's pastime, we are listening to the conversation Krishna is having with his devotee. All these things are actually creating spiritual wealth, because material wealth will be useful for us in this material world if we gather spiritual wealth by practicing devotional service, by uh, by following the process given to us very kindly, and we should not take it for granted. Srila Prabhupada has given to us, and before Srila Prabhupada, many acharyas and Lord Himself, they have made this arrangement so that we can get it. They had put some endeavor. They have they had this mission. This is part of their mission. It's not that okay, something coming to us by chance. So if we take best advantage of everything, whatever is coming to us, and we try to know, it's very simple. It's not that uh, we cannot understand Bhagavad Gita. Prabhupada has written it's in such a way that we can understand it. We can read it, understand it, and we can discuss, and we can get pleasure. So this is like spiritual food. If we feed our mind, if we feed our soul spiritual substances, then it will be naturally happy. Then our relationship with Krishna will be more strong, and relationship is what is the most important thing in our life. Why relationship with Krishna is most important? That one reason is because all the other relationships we're having currently, all will be cut off. All will be taken away from us one day. These relationships, whatever we invest in, either I'll have to leave or the other person will have to leave. Even if we don't want to leave, the death will take us and put us apart. So we should invest on some relationship that is everlasting, that is most fulfilling, and that will connect us to our Supreme Father. That will connect us to the loving devotional service of Krishna. So that is the whole point of like having all these things. You all are very nice devotees. So I ask for your blessings so that I get some inspiration to stick to spiritual life, to stick to devotional service, and don't get illusion. And we should always take care of each other. That's how we can and uh, we can achieve the ultimate goal, and we can please Krishna. And if we can please Krishna, at one point the goal of our life, those who will be on higher stage, their goal of their life will be to please Krishna and his devotees only. Even though maybe we cannot reach that point, no problem. We slowly but gradually we can keep our endeavors steadily. Then Krishna will surely make further arrangement for us so that we can go further. Now for ISKCON Baton Rouge, His Grace Sarvadar Prabhu, he is my dear uncle. He is putting a lot of endeavor to uh, create a facility. Uh, Srila Prabhupada, uh, he worked so hard to create a facility. So this is, we should understand that it's not cheap. It's not, we should not take it by granted. Facilities, it takes a lot of endeavor, lot of hard work, lot of teamwork. It takes to create a facility and to sustain it, to maintain it. But if something is created, it is our responsibility also to make sure to help that that facility is maintained and improved, so that many other people, they can take shelter of this facility, the facility of practicing devotional service, the facility to hear, chant, and discuss about Krishna, a facility where the souls, where the living entities on this world, after getting disturbed, after getting burnt out by the material fire of this world, they can get some really nectarian treatment, shelter in this facility. So this is what I feel like should be our goal of our life, should be our mission of our life. And that's how we can please Srila Prabhupada, we can please Krishna, and uh, we can do the ultimate benefit to the all living entities of this universe. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. If there is anything you want to say, contribute, or discuss, or just ask, you're welcome. Thank you.
Thank you so much for a wonderful class on how we can develop our relationship with Lord Krishna and what should be our goal in life. So I'd like to ask the audience if you have any questions or comments, please feel free to unmute and ask. So from our in-person audience, if you have any questions or comments.
If you don't have a question, I have a question for you, for the audience.
Of course, yes.
So I'm in Mayapur. Whatever source I have is like, I sometimes I talk, and I sometimes in Zoom call I can see like ISKCON Baton Rouge is there. But you devotees, you are practically there in Baton Rouge, on like physically present there. So uh, how uh, how you uh, how do I put this in word? What is your idea about like being in? What is your I can say experience, or how do you feel? Okay, how do you feel about like being in, being a part of ISKCON Baton Rouge, or how it is like helping your journey, helping your spiritual life, or helping anyway overall? What is the impact of this? What is the benefits, or how are you getting some of the benefits, and your feeling, overall feeling about ISKCON Baton Rouge? I just, if anyone wants to share.
You feel blessed, and reduces
Yes, you feel blessed.
Say that again, reduce.
the stress of life.
Say and reduce the stress of life.
Yes, correct. Very important. This devotional service is kleshagni, that takes away the distress of life. So yeah, whoever is little like conscious, little sincere, they can feel it. Correct. Anyone else, like, what is your feeling about being connected to Krishna conscious center like that in a place far away from India? I'm sure everyone is feeling like blissful. Everyone is feeling very ecstatic, and it's something their heart and soul get pacified with. Sometimes we may not be able to describe it in words, and sometimes maybe we don't think about it much deeply. But if we think deeply, I'm sure you'll come up with much more beautiful realizations about the realizations of practicing devotional service, and especially in Baton Rouge, where a new initiative has been taken and has been tried, endeavored to be established.
So, Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. For us, or
Yes.
for myself, we are not, I should say, regret not to be fully engaged, but we are gradually trying to. Still, we are, like in the material world. So we are trying to get slowly, gradually, if we can, with the mercy of Srila Prabhupada and Krishna, to get totally more involved in these devotional services. But every time we go, and once a week, mostly we go there, but we feel some peace and, like the mental anxiety, whatever getting from this material world, it gives some peace, definitely. So that is really we want.
Correct. Very nice. Very nice. What is your good name, Prabhu?
Mahadev.
Baladev. Very nice. Very nice to have your association and your realization.
Anyone else want to say?
Okay.
I can say one thing. Yeah, after Mataji.
Sure.
I'm from India, Ahmedabad, India. Just I like this my another home. I don't feel that I'm away from India. It's a
Correct.
real nourishment to my soul, no? And they are really working hard. Everybody, Matajis were all Brinda and Vishnu Priya. Both girls are really, they are working hard to establish this the ISKCON Baton Rouge.
Correct. This is facility, correct? Right? They're trying to build a facility.
Formally,
Temples are like treatment centers.
yeah, formally when I was visiting America, I was missing it, but now it's there very much. I would like to come again and again.
Yeah, sure. You have to be. You have to be like part of Little India. I mean, Little India means another name of India is spiritual land of spirituality. So you're creating a land of spirituality in Baton Rouge, which not only will benefit you, for benefit others also. So I am very hopeful and optimistic that you're surely creating a home for you that will give you shelter. It's like building your own house that will, if you do it, it will give you shelter. And like Prabhu said, like so much stress sometimes, so much pressure and disturbing situations, sometimes unfavorable situation. Where will you go? You need some shelter, right? That time, the thing you build that will give you shelter. Just like you build your house that give you shelter in hot summer, in rain, in storm, every time. And yeah, very nice. I'm sure
So
everyone.
I'm visiting I wish to visit Mayapur in October for opening up Nasiya wing.
Oh wow, that's great. Yeah, please come, and I'd love to meet you. Please come and contact me.
Yes,
I
sure.
can facilitate your stay or
Yes,
whichever way
yes.
possible.
Yes.
I'll try to serve you.
Right.
Thank you.
I can share one thing. First of all, thank you so much for the most wonderful class. It's always so nice to hear from you, and we really missed your class all this time. So thank you for giving your valuable time, even though it is very late for you in Mayapur. So we really appreciate that you joined us and gave your association and enlightened us with
We
your.
cannot see you. The camera is not pointed on you.
Okay. So I would like to share one thing, which is
Yeah, please.
so all these devotees, they shared how uh, they don't miss India, or they feel so much at peace whenever they're here. From my perspective, since um, both me and my sister, we grew up around a temple, in a temple, near a temple community with so many devotees everywhere. So when we moved
Correct.
to Baton Rouge, there wasn't any temple. There were no other devotee families here. So it was very much a struggle in the beginning because it was just us. But whenever, this program started by the mercy of Srila Prabhupada and our Guru Maharaj, all these wonderful souls started coming, and I personally, I feel so inspired and motivated whenever they come to every single program we have, either it's on a Sunday or any other day that we celebrate any or observe any special festivals. They're all so enthusiastic and they come forward. So it's very, very motivating for me to also keep going in my Krishna conscious journey, because without the association of devotees, we cannot progress in our spiritual life. So I feel very thankful to all the devotees who are constantly coming and blessing us with their association, such as you. And through this Zoom program, we are able to get the association of so many devotees all around the world. And of course, everyone who's coming in person regularly, without missing any program, it's really showing their determination. So I genuinely feel that if we all come together, then we can actually serve and help Srila Prabhupada in his mission to spread this Krishna conscious movement everywhere. So we should not only just keep it to ourselves. When we have something valuable, we want to share it with our friends, with our loved ones.
Exactly.
So whenever we meet someone else, we should always try to share this great wealth of Krishna consciousness, and we should invite more and more friends and everyone to meet. So please, I'm requesting of everyone. You should invite other people to come so we can all benefit from this association together.
Exactly.
Thank you.
We need more devotees.
Yes.
Sincere devotees. We need more
Yes.
devotees.
That's why we need to.
Mother Prabhu Namaste. Namaskar.
Pranam, Dr. Madan Prabhu. I missed you.
Yeah, I was in another assignment, so this is the first time. This is the first time I'm late.
I'm just wondering.
You were serving Krishna.
Huh?
You were serving Krishna.
Yeah, it's true. I'm trying. I'm learning from everybody. Yeah, my life is now different than before.
Mm-hmm.
So I can tell you that.
Yeah. No doubt.
You know that we are trying to develop a temple here.
Correct.
We'll be purchasing a land, is almost pretty close.
Mm-hmm.
So we want all the just to contribute the way they can. That's most important. Then we have a permanent temple here. That's what we want to achieve.
Yes. I was just telling them this is a hospital. This is like people want to donate to hospital. This material world, the people are getting so much distress, so much you can say disturbances and problems. frustrations, so many issues in their life. They need spiritual solution. They need spiritual treatment center. Correct. So just because the state think, okay, people, where will they go? If like we say, like if our body is falls ill, we go to some doctor, get some medicine. But what happens, like if our if our mind becomes very problematic and we are extremely troubled by problems, people go do suicide. They go do uh, they go and take drugs and do so many nonsense things. So I mean nonsense things because it's not their by choice. They're compelled. They see no other way. They are very frustrated. That is why it's a treatment center established by Srila Prabhupada. And it is the devotees of the followers of the Prabhupada who are extending their their they're opening new branches of that hospital so that more and more people can get support the spiritual support, spiritual treatment in their life. And this is as good, this is more better even like normal hospitals. What saves life, what saves life, actually that doesn't save life, that saves your body. But this is what will save your life, this is what will save your soul. Correct. So I was just telling you before you came that this is all the facility Srila Prabhupada established. It took him a lot of hard work, lot of endeavor, lot of dedication, sacrifice, and now we are all reaping the good result of it. Now Sharvadara Prabhu, he is trying to extend that facility to Baton Rouge community so that here also people can have a shelter when they can come and chant, discuss, hear about Krishna. They can spend some spiritual time. They can accumulate some spiritual wealth. This is very important thing. This is the most, beneficial work. They say the community work. You do, what is the term they do for people?
Community service.
Good for people.
Social work or community work, so community service or social
Social work, yeah.
Social work.
This is the best kind of social service one can render, because the problem of the mind is the biggest problem now on this world. Even if we don't have physical problems, it's so problematic. And not only mind, the soul, it needs to be taken care. So I'm very thankful, and I'm very inspired to see that personalities like Dr. Madan Kundu are taking so much effort and interest, and others, I'm sure many others, maybe I don't know their names, but they're coming forward and they're contributing. And this mission of Srila Prabhupada, this actually not Srila Prabhupada's mission. It's his mission to save us. It's actually for us, our mission, for our benefit.
We need to study the Prabhupada Lilamrita. Then he
Correct.
can learn then how he struggled and how changed the whole American society thinking about
Correct.
it. I mean, when first
Correct.
time the Sankirtan in the Washington Park in New York, all the drug and opioid, alcohol, all kinds of problem. So they joined, they had the talent,
Correct.
but don't know what to do with it. But they inspired by the Prabhupada Sankirtan, and as a result, we have so many temple in the United States. But I'm just trying a little bit of it. But we have Kailash and I forgot last name. Mahadevji, and then others.
Kirti Mataji,
Mataji,
Prabhuji.
All others, they're all working hard. So I'm sure that we will have the facility here, and that will be helpful for the community. But the name of the facility will be New Brajadham. The Guru Maharaj, the New Brajadham.
Yes. Very nice, very nice.
Yep, that's it. Yes.
Thank you so much, everyone, for sharing your realizations. And also thank you to Jaya Baladev Prabhu again for such an amazing class and making it so interactive for all of us. We look forward to hearing from you again. So I know it's very late for you, and also I think we can move to RIP since it's almost time.
Yes. I also look forward to hearing from all of you. It's very inspiring to hear from devotees. Yeah.
Thank you so
Okay,
much.
so
Hare
hope to see you again. Yeah. Hare Krishna.
Thank you.
My well obeisances to the lotus feet of all the devotees. Vancha kalpataru. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. All the assembled devotees ki jai. Hare Krishna.
His Grace Jai Baladev Prabhu ki Jai.
Prabhupada.
So Hare Krishna everyone, we'll move to the final part of the program, which is